Absolutely. I'll get it checked out by the doctor for sure.
Oh, good. Could you pop into the office after your appointment with the doctor? I'm a little worried, you know.
Do you even realize what you're saying right now?
Wait, hang on. Aren't you the daughter of Mr. Sendo, our CEO? Why are you with Keiichi, though?
I'm Keiichi Sato, and I'm in the sales department at Doki Doki Restaurant Chain's headquarters. Hi Seiichiro, it's Keiichi here. I'm really sorry to trouble you, but I've got a really bad fever, around 104 degrees. I don't think I can come into work today.
Oh, that's pretty rough. But didn't you have a fever last month as well? Are you feeling alright?
I'm really sorry about this. Yeah, it's been happening a lot lately, but this time the fever is hitting me pretty hard.
I see, but can you still get yourself to the hospital?
Absolutely. I'll get it checked out by the doctor for sure.
Oh, good. Could you pop into the office after your appointment with the doctor? I'm a little worried, you know.
Huh?
So, last month my son Kyohei had a high fever, but he still came to the office to see how things were. If you could come in feeling sick, I guess I can't treat you any differently, right? But hey, no stress. Only come in if you're up for it.
Excuse me, but... Do you even realize what you're saying right now?
Huh? Whose voice is that?
You can't recognize my voice? It's Yui Sendo, the head of the planning department.
Wait, hang on. Aren't you the daughter of Mr. Sendo, our CEO? Why are you with Keiichi, though?
Oh, I didn't mention it before. I'm Keiichi Sato's wife. We just got married last month. So you're saying he has to show his face at work to keep things fair with the other employees, even if he's got a high fever? Fine then. I'll come to the office too. I'm just as sick as he is.
Wait, what? Oh, no, there's no need for that. You really don't have to. I mean, having both of you show up with fevers is just silly. I totally get it now. Just rest up and...
How funny. Really funny. Why are you so worked up now that I mentioned I'd be coming to the office too? It's like your whole attitude changed just because it's me and because I'm the CEO's daughter.
No, that's not what I meant. I told Keiichi that he doesn't have to come to the office if he's not up for it, and
If you can't treat everyone with the same level of respect, maybe it's best to keep your comments to yourself. Since the sales department is all about communication, you should really think about your words before you speak.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to make him feel pressured to come to the office. I was just a little worried about...
Anyway, we're gonna end the call now. We're both a bit sick and totally drained, so please, excuse us.
Yui, I'm really sorry about that. I should have stood my ground better.
Oh, stop it. He's your boss after all, so I know it's not easy to speak up. Don't think too much about it. Let's just focus on getting better, okay, honey?
Okay.
Shoot, I really didn't mean to pressure him into coming to the office like that. Ugh, how did this all go so wrong?
Hey Dad, Yui's really straightforward and takes things seriously, so you might want to be careful with your words next time.
Yeah, I'll run things by you next time.
Also, the only reason I came into the office with a fever was because I had no other choice. I needed to pick something up. You don't have to make everyone play by the same rules. Sometimes you just need to handle things differently based on the situation.
Right.
We took a whole week to rest up. And now, Yui and I are back to work. But...
I'm really sorry for what I said the other day. That was really out of line.
That's all past us now. More importantly, I want to thank you for keeping everything running smoothly and being there for us while we were gone.
yeah, we really appreciate it.
Not an issue at all. It's all good.
So, what's the scoop on the meat supply for Doki Doki Restaurant? Have we made any progress on changing suppliers?
Oh, right, about that. We've chosen to go with imported meat from now on.
Wait, what? Hold on a minute. I was under the impression we were only going to change a couple of suppliers, not to completely change things around.
Yeah, that's what I remember as well. We were supposed to look for alternative suppliers to cover for Days Farm Corporation, because they haven't been delivering enough products for the last 2 quarters.
Well, that was the idea, but keeping the contract with Days Farm Corporation, when they can only deliver a small amount, doesn't really sit well with the other suppliers. Plus, the other farms have been pretty accommodating with their delivery schedules. In the end, we figured it'd be better to go for imported meat for a more consistent supply, instead of sticking with inconsistent deliveries.
Are you serious? The local meat was way better than any of the imported stuff we already looked at. Sure, having a consistent supply is important, but is it really worth giving up on quality?
Exactly. Before we went on sick leave, we were all set to use local suppliers. How did that switch happen out of nowhere?
Look, I get what you're saying, but you weren't around. We had to keep things going while you both were on sick leave.
Couldn't you have waited for us to come back before jumping into that big decision?
Don't worry though, Kyohei and the team made sure to explain everything to the other farmers. And now they're all on the same page about the changes.
But are they really okay with all this? I mean, what about Days Farm Corporation? Are they actually on board?
What do you mean?
Their CEO just passed away. So they've been rushing to get their farm back on track. That's why their deliveries were behind schedule and they sent out less than usual. But now, they're finally getting things under control and are aiming to be back to normal next month.
I see where you're coming from, but we really need to think about fairness here. We've already stopped working with the other farms, so why should Days Farm Corporation be treated differently?
I see. I really see where you're coming from, Seiichiro. And yeah, it's very important to have clear rules and treat everyone the same way.
Exactly, I'm not wrong, right?
But that's not how I want to do things. Sorry, but I'm done. I'm leaving this job for good.
Say what? Wait, what are you talking about? You don't need to take it that far. Okay, let's just plan another meeting and...
No, it's fine. I'm sure of it now. This company isn't the right fit for me. I just know my dad sees things your way, and that's why I feel like I don't belong here anymore. I want to approach things with a more balanced view. I don't believe that fairness is just about treating everyone the same. I'd rather support others and help them succeed instead of just making choices and leaving them to handle things on their own. And I think that's what really shapes a restaurant's reputation. What do you think, Keiichi?
I feel the same way. I believe in treating everyone right, but I also want to be in a place where we can actually create change. So, I guess I'm leaving too.
Wow, I see. Well, good luck to both of you.
Wait a sec, did we actually just quit our jobs? Just like that? What am I supposed to do now? Yui, you're really talented, but I'm just...
Oh, cut it out with the negativity. You're incredible, Keiichi. And guess what? I got a plan in mind. Let's launch our own restaurant.
Wait, what?
I've been discussing things with a chef who thinks like I do. We've been coming up with ideas for a while about starting our own restaurant. And I definitely need your help to make it a reality. Together, we can create something really special. What do you think?
Yeah, alright, I'm in. And just like that, Yui and I were on board to kick off our own restaurant, eager to jump into a new adventure.
Oh boy, what's the first thing I should do when I step into the CEO role? Maybe I should bring in a secretary or give the office a makeover.
Hey Dad, did you hear the news? Waku Waku Veggies Inc. just called to tell us they're pulling out of their contract.
Say what? Waku Waku Veggies Inc.? We've been working together for 10 whole years.
Plus, it's not only them. Tauntaun Foods Corporation and Meki Meki Corporation have also pulled out of the deal.
Wait, why? What the heck is going on?
It seems like Keiichi is the reason for all of this.
Keiichi?
Look, Dad, I know you're strict about keeping things fair with our suppliers, but sometimes delays just happen. Mistakes happen, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it happens every now and then. But honestly, our current suppliers are usually pretty...
No, that's not the point. The reason those delays didn't seem serious is that Keiichi and his team were always on top of things. They sorted everything out behind the scenes very quickly so we wouldn't be affected.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Keiichi didn't only handle the delays, he really talked it out with the suppliers, figured out the root of the problem, and made sure it wouldn't happen again by implementing some preventive measures. Honestly, losing him was a big loss for us.
Wow, I had no idea. But hey, if that's the deal, it's straightforward. You'll just have to fill in for Keiichi, Kyohei.
Me?
You're really good at connecting with people, and you have the skills to make it happen. I'm confident you can handle this, son.
Alright, I'll give it a shot.
That's my boy. I'm counting on you.
A few months later,
What in the world is happening? Why are our sales crashing like this? What's going on?
Dad, here, take a look at this. There's a new spot called Tokimeki Restaurant that's really taking the market by storm. Their menu is pretty close to what we offer, and the costs are similar too. Seems like many of our regulars are choosing to eat there now.
Are you serious? Who's managing that restaurant?
Keiichi and Yui are the ones who manage that restaurant.
Say what?
and just like that, the restaurant Yui and I launched is finally beginning to take off.
This month's sales are looking fantastic as well.
It's hard to believe that things are working out this perfectly.
Of course they are. Keiji, you're incredible at managing our suppliers. On top of that, your ability to connect with a team and keeping everyone motivated is just amazing. The restaurant has grown so much because of your efforts. Really, thank you.
Whoa, you're making me blush now.
Aw, you're just too cute when you blush like that.
Ahem. Excuse me for interrupting. It seems like you two are really making progress with your restaurant.
Oh, it's you, Seichiro. What brings you here? We're not open just yet.
Huh. You guys really think what you pulled off was fair play?
I beg your pardon?
After you two left our restaurant, I figured you'd at least create your own restaurant with your ideas. But here you are, just replicating what we do with the skills and techniques you've learned at Doki Doki Restaurant. That feels really unfair, don't you think?
Excuse me? We haven't used anything from Doki Doki Restaurant, not even once.
Then explain these numbers. How is it that Doki Doki Restaurant is struggling with sales while yours are doing great?
Whoa, you might want to ease up on being so proud of your restaurant's reputation. Just a thought. Sure, we both have similar ideas, but the way we do things is totally different. Right, Keiichi?
Exactly. We agree on sensible goals with our suppliers and lend them a hand throughout the process. On top of that, to avoid the hassle when something's out of stock, we make use of ingredients that other restaurants might toss out for not looking perfect.
This approach helps us keep prices low, while giving our customers a different menu every day. At least we're not going overboard with the budget just to meet some unrealistic standard.
I see your point. But what about your staff?
What about them?
Oh, stop pretending you don't know. You've obviously stolen way too many of our staff.
Wow, that's a bit unfair to say to us, don't you think? We didn't steal anyone. They just came over to our restaurant on their own.
This restaurant is super responsive to our needs, makes sure we get what we want, and even rewards us with bonuses based on our performance.
Yeah, plus, it's really easy to take time off so moms like me can keep work and family in check. Everyone loves it.
But at your place, Doki Doki Restaurant, whenever I tried to be creative, the atmosphere just got really negative. I've never been a fan of that go-with-the-flow mindset.
Yeah, Doki Doki Restaurant was a bit over the top for me. It wasn't terrible, just a little too much to handle.
Anyway, the bottom line is, people who didn't connect with Doki Doki Restaurant's way of doing things naturally ended up here. What's so unfair about that, huh?
Maybe it's not really unfair, but it still doesn't change the fact that we're seeing lower sales.
With all due respect, Seiichiro, maybe instead of pointing fingers and trying to pin the blame on someone else, you should be asking yourself if any of this is your fault. I mean, you've been pretty quick to hold your suppliers and employees accountable, right? And I'm sure they've already reflected on their mistakes and owned up to them. So what you're doing now feels a bit unfair to them, don't you think?
You know what, Dad? Keiichi is right. I totally agree with what he's saying.
Kyohei!
Look, Dad, I know it wasn't intentional, but it seems like you've been making decisions that only benefit you. The fact is, you've been following your own set of rules. And now, we're seeing a drop in our sales. Maybe it's time to think about whether those rules are still doing the job.
You too, son? I can't believe this. I thought you, of all people, were on my side.
And that's exactly part of the problem. You've been giving me special treatment just because I'm your son.
Kyohei's got a solid point. But really, having someone like him who's willing to be honest with you, that's a real blessing. Why not take this opportunity to reflect on your own actions?
I never thought my own son would turn against me. But the facts are clear. You've snatched a lot of our staff. You can bet I'm telling the higher-ups about this.
What a shame.
Seiichiro did report the situation to the higher-ups, only to have it completely shut down. In fact, they even suggested that maybe his way of handling things might be the real issue. After that, they decided to let his son, Kyohei, take over his position on a trial basis. Kyohei followed his dad's rules about fairness, but didn't let it become a way to just benefit him. He remained flexible with difficult decisions, and the sales numbers finally stabilized. Eventually, he got promoted to head of sales department. But this strained his relationship with his dad, and Seiichiro seemed to lose some of his spark. Rumor has it, he's now a chief in another department. Meanwhile... So, what are we thinking for the new menu this fall?
How about we get the team's thoughts on this?
Yeah, good call.
Hey, Keiichi. I really appreciate you being by my side during all this. It really means a lot to me that you're here. I'm counting on you, okay?
Yeah, of course. Thanks for watching until the end.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.